starting next year after the U.S. Supreme Court tosses out the case Thursday without dissent. How people on both sides of the issue are reacting.
Curbing crime before it happens among area youth and helping those who already did the time get back on their feet. The goals county leaders have for 2 new programs coming next year.
And temperatures return to the 50s across the state line this Thursday. Could another one be close behind on Friday? We'll talk about that, plus a look ahead at changes next week. Full forecast in moments. Your news starts right now.
Working for you. This is the 23 News Update at 10.
Gun rights groups may have exhausted all their options to overturn Illinois' assault weapons ban for the second time. The U.S. Supreme Court refuses to block the law set to take place in January.
The law, signed last January, restricts the sale, purchase, and manufacturing of many semi-automatic weapons, including the AR-15 and AK-47, as well as large-capacity magazines.
A Naperville gun owner and national gun rights group challenged the law's constitutionality, calling the legislation a prohibition of arms. The decision by SCOTUS today came without any noted dissent. Those who already own these soon-to-be banned weapons can still keep them, but they must be registered with the Illinois State Police.
Governor J.B. Pritzker calls the Supreme Court decision a historic win for Illinois families, posting on X, quote, "Taking on the gun lobby and passing an assault weapon ban was never going to be easy, but it was always the right thing to do." But a local gun shop owner offers a different perspective.
You have to check a box that says, I am voluntarily doing this. Nobody's voluntarily doing it. The state is forcing you to do it under the impression that if you don't do it, first offense is a misdemeanor, second offense is a felony. Nobody wants to become a felon overnight because their constitutional rights are being stepped on by the state of Illinois.
Thursday marks the 11th anniversary of the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting. Connecticut Governor Ned Lamont ordered U.S. and state flags to fly at half-staff from sunrise to sunset. That's in remembrance of the 20 students and 6 adults murdered in a first-grade classroom on December 14, 2012. The mass shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary and dozens of others since continue to prompt calls for more gun safety measures.
Cracking down on one of the county's greatest issues and preventing kids from committing crimes before they end up serving time. 23
News reporter Jake Pearson talks to Winnebago County. The initiative will target kids ages 7 to 17 with a focus on youth victims and witnesses to sexual and domestic violence.
The SCOTUS has spoken, but it's not reversing. Late this afternoon, the U.S. Supreme Court, in a ruling without dissent, decides against blocking Illinois' assault weapons ban.
The law, signed last January and set to take effect this January, prohibits the possession, manufacture, and sale of semi-automatic rifles and high-capacity magazines. A Naperville gun store owner and national gun rights group challenged the law, saying it was unconstitutional. Anyone who already owns the banned guns are allowed to keep them as long as they register the gun with the Illinois State Police.
I respect people's privacy, and I don't ever ask customers on a general basis what they have, but sometimes with what we're dealing with right now, it's easier if people just tell me, and then I can tell them yes or no if it needs to be technically a registered firearm in the state of Illinois, which is, we all know, unconstitutional.
The entire